again, guys, and welcome to the final episode of the BroKast Podcast for 2023. My name is Thomas, and joining me, as always, he's my bro, and he's your bro too. Give it up for Alan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the BroKast. It is me, it is I, it is he, Alan of the BroKast. Tom, how are you?
Bro, I'm going good, and I've got my, Bundaberg rum eggnog in front of me. You can hear the little ice jingling in the cup there, guys, and I can be lactose intolerant, so I don't know how this is actually going to go tonight, but we'll try our best.
So, is it lactose intolerant? There's no laxseed in there? Are you okay? Because I know you can.
This is the proper full cream milk, so I like to have lactose milk, so we'll see how we go.
Are you actually having full cream milk?
Yeah.
Are you mad, bro? Are you mad? Are you absolutely off your fucking rocker, mate? Are you mad? You're going to be
during the show, which has happened before. Actually, when we recorded in this room, where suddenly we had to hit stop on the recording.
I can't hold on to this. I have to go. Yeah, it was right near towards one of the main events of this show that we've done many times before, and Tom got too many red lights, and had to go doogie and do a poop in the toilet.
Well, you're not really lactose free, are you? But I know you have belly stuff though. But I don't think you're a lactose guy.
That's because your boy right over here likes to have the spice food, and I know I shouldn't, but I can do all the time. I can't help it. I'm a glutton for punishment, and my partner and I, we do like to have the hot food. So every now and again, I go get some Thai or go and get some Indian. That's my guilty pleasure. And once I go through a few bowls of Indian food, I'm just like, it is amazing. And then next minute, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and the turning of the stomach and the noises it makes, I'm like, yep, here it comes. And I'm going to pay for the rest of probably the remainder of the week or the weekend. But goddamn, it is good food. It's good eating. It's very nice.
I've realised that I used to love Zinger burgers and Wicked Wings from KFC, and I've now realised I've reached a point in my life where if I choose to do that, it's going to be a learning process, because within an hour, within the first 10 hours, even going into the next day, it hangs around. Yeah. Like the bubbly, burning belly, your insides just feel it. And I never used to get it. And I've reached a point in my life now where I've got to really plan it out. Like, okay, if I have this KFC, what am I expected to do tomorrow? Am I actually traveling? Am I presenting? If I am presenting, I probably can't have this meal, because I'll be uncomfortable the whole day. If I'm working from home, I'll probably get a Zinger burger. But I've reached that point now where I have to plan it, which is crazy. Yeah.
I can't touch fast food like I used to back in the day, like McDonald's, KFC, Hungry Jack's, which Hungry Jack's is pretty much the equivalent of Australian version of Burger King that people over there in the States, if you guys are watching us right now, that's what we have. There's other places like Red Rooster and any of those places that have like real deep fried food. I can't handle this as much as I used to, because again, it just goes right through, and then it almost feels like a hangover. I have not had a drink in about nearly 6 months, and I'm quite proud of myself. I plan on Christmas Day not drinking whatsoever, so I'm behaving myself. I've fallen in love with non-alcoholic beer, so I still have beer. That's always will be my guilty little pleasure in life when coming to drinking. I won't get onto the real hard stuff. Again, you can listen to previous podcasts where I've got shit-faced drunk. I think I've done that more than anybody on this podcast, than you and I. But non-alcoholic beer is pretty much my favorite thing to have if I'm really chilling out. If I'm working on the barbecue, if I'm cooking up something for the fam, I've got a beer in one hand, and it's non-alcoholic, and it's just a personal thing. It's nothing that I've gone, oh no, I can't deal with alcohol. Did I have it go through and experience it? No, I didn't. I just woke up one day and went, I can't deal with a hangover right now. Yeah. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want, if I'm going to be a little bit over than I once was, then while I'm driving, I need my car for work. I lose my license, I am effed in the A. So. But yeah, that's I don't know why we got on this tyrant right there. We were just talking about shit.
It's because we're talking about... this is for the YouTube viewers, guys. I'm holding it up to the camera. I'm drinking the Bundaberg rum eggnog that I got today, and it's actually quite strong. And I'm starting to think, how could a supermarket sell this? Because in Australia, guys, maybe in other places too, we don't sell alcohol in the store. It's like a separate convenience store, but this is actually quite strong. But one thing I will say that you just talked about just then...
Yeah.
I actually find non-alcoholic beer pretty good as well.
Yep.
If I want to have a beer without the hangover, I had a Carlton Zero on the grand final here in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a 6-pack, felt great. Like, you don't feel... It's like, okay, it actually tastes like beer. I said to Mel, have a sip of this, and you tell me that how do they get the alcohol out of that? I said, that tastes exactly how it should. It's crisp, it's clear, it's tasty... And I'm just putting them down. I'm like, well, this is great. And I could go out for a drive if I choose to, or if I want to go do something, I can, because they're like really minimal amount of alcohol. There has to be some content, but it's very, very small. But they're tasty. I like them. So, and they're not expensive as well.
Like what you just said with the Carlton, I think the last time I had one of those was alongside you, and we're celebrating your son's birthday. And we were just out in a little fancy place. Everyone's drinking wine, everyone's drinking whiskey and all that, and white wine, red wine, whiskey, margaritas, and then there's you and me over here. We'll just have a non-alcoholic beer, please. Thank you. Yeah. And went down like a fucking treat.
Yeah, I like it. And it's good. Like, even today when I was buying this eggnog, I'm like, I'll go look at the zero beer, and there's so many varieties now.
There is.
You can get zero cider, and I used to love a good Strongbow cider. You can get zero cider now.
I didn't know about the cider.
I went to Dan Murphy in your town, and there it is, Strongbow zero alcohol, and I'm like, okay, you got like rosé flavor and apple and pear, and I'm like, okay,
all non-alcoholic.
Yep, all non-alcoholic. Shit. So check it out.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Well, how you going this festive season, Al? It's been our tradition to do a Christmas-themed episode, and we've done many in the past, and probably the one that I think you will remember the most was where we did National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And randomly in the middle of that episode, your phone rings, and you're like, oh, I had a missed call from Georgia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, oh, I should try and call it back. And before you can call it back, you have a voicemail. And it's Tony Schiavone.
Tony Schiavone.
Yeah. Leaving you a voicemail. And do you want to tell people what it was all about?
Back when, this is when Schiavone and Conrad on What Happened When on their podcast, before Tony went back to AEW, started working at AEW. This is not even AEW wasn't even thought of back then either.
It was years before.
Years before.
Yeah.
And so he was pretty much, if you bought a shirt online from What Happened When, he would give you a call and then you guys could discuss things. So he called me up and I had a missed call from him. He goes, "Hi, Alan, it looks like I've missed your call, but I can call you back if you'd like, blah, blah, blah." I immediately called him back. I didn't care where it was from. He was from the other side of the world. And, we started having a chat. And I don't know even if the episode was still recording. Again, I haven't gone back and listened to that episode. But just to hear, to have a chat with him. And that, I think it was the first time I chatted to him. And then there was a second time I chatted to him after purchasing another shirt. And he doesn't do that anymore. That was only a one-time deal. As soon as he started returning and became like a very active member of the roster of AEW, that all stopped. And Conrad and Tony always make jokes about it. It was like, well, if you go into Lois Rules or whatever website they go to, tomzing.com, if you can go to any of their websites and purchase a shirt, you get a shirt. That's the line.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Because back in the day was if you call, if you purchase a shirt, Tony will give you a call. Just leave your information. Don't even do that anymore because, again, he will not call you because he is so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Like, because I think and even for me, I probably haven't even gone back and listened to his show in years. I'm talking like 2019. That's probably the last time I played one of his What Happened When. I haven't gone that far back.
Yep.
Even with something to wrestle with. Like, I haven't watched them on YouTube or anything like that, or Patreon. It's just, okay, I've just fell out of love with it. And that's because I don't like them. It's just that other things pop up. But yeah, I remember that because we actually didn't stop the recording. We actually we were watching the film, and I probably should have hit pause on the film and told the listeners, hey, we're just doing this phone call, but we just kept recording. So you can hear the movie playing in the background while you're chatting, and then you put him on speakerphone. We had a brief little chat, and I kept saying, g'day, mate, as I do. And
he made fun of you for saying it too. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
He was like, hello, mate. And you're like, huh. And
you're like, give me the phone back.
I'm just going to take you off speaker. You're fucking embarrassing.
Tom, he'll hang up. Just give it back.
He'll make fun. He's making fun of you. Okay, Dicky die, mate. You ain't going.
Yeah. No, good times though. We've actually covered quite a lot of Christmas stuff. That was the very first one, which was the watch along to National Lampoons. We also did Batman, the Batman very first episode, the Joker episode, where they did
Christmas with the
Joker. That was
Joker.
a very short watch along. Christmas with the Joker classic. We did that one. I enjoyed that episode. The following year, we did The Simpsons. The very first episode of The Simpsons, which was the one where they got Santa's little helper, and it deals with unemployment and alcoholism and anxiety.
I was about to say that episode right there, through the eyes of adults, as you and I are. We don't act it sometimes, but we certainly are. Our driver's license says, and our age says that we are adults. Deal with it. So we were watching that through the eyes of fathers. And just how Homer takes his boulder for a walk. He can't support his family, so he's going to kill himself with a boulder. He's going to throw it into the nearest Springfield River and kill himself. And then you look at that and you're like, he's leaving his family in financial debt right there. There's no coming back. So, yeah. But that was a great episode. That was fun.
Yeah. Well, we also did a Raw recently. I think it was about 2 years ago, where we did Alberto Del Rio takes on John Cena in a Miracle on 34th Street street fight.
Yes.
Which featured Santa Foley making an appearance, and he was also hit by the car at the very start of the show.
Yep.
But in this Christmas spirit, he came back and helped John Cena pick up the win.
I love that because there's that scene where Santa, Booker T's got, again, Booker T back then is the general manager, and he's like, you're going to take him on, Alberto Del Rio, John Cena, and then John Cena screams, Santa! That's a great episode, that one. And
it's the one where they're wheeling him in the background, and everyone's all upset, like, oh my god,
Santa,
and they're all following Santa to the ambulance, and I'm like, this PG, or it's prime PG, 2012, 13 era WWE, where it's all for the younger fans, and interesting times. And do you remember last year what we did?
Haven't we done another one though? I think there was another wrestling one we did. It was
last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Was it the TNA episode?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No,
That was the TNA Impact. Yeah, where it was what Kaz and AJ Styles in the reindeer ladder match.
Yeah, but I
where the winner had to dress up as a
as a reindeer. But yeah, specifically remember Eric Young running around trying to find the Christmas spirit, and
that's right. With Karen Angle and Kurt, and
no one was having any of it. It was like, nah, fuck Christmas. You grow up, Eric Young. But what was last year's one? I should remember. It's a year ago, but again,
well, it actually wasn't. It wasn't Christmas themed. It was a December show to be end of the year, but it was the Extreme Elimination Chamber. It was the one where
that's why. That piece of shit. Oh. No. That's why I haven't. Does not compute. I do not remember. Okay, and it was just. This is when we started just doing, just the one match, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, the previous month before that, in November, was the start of the next season, and that's where we started to do single matches, just focusing on singles. And I think we had a poll, and it was like, "What do you want to do?" And I said, and we had 4 choices, and you're like, "Oh, stuff it. Let's just do Extreme Elimination Chamber." It was okay, but like the fans are like booing everything. Lashley dominates, and the crowd are like, "What?" And I still remember that closing shot of that pay-per-view. It's Lashley with the belt, and then the pyro comes out, like pyro in ECW, full on fireworks and explosions, and you're like, "All right, I guess the original is dead now, and this is where we're going with this whole new version." So,
well, that was it for ECW after that too. It absolutely it survived a couple of more weeks, and then got absolutely shit canned, and that was it. That was done. The ECW, the Extreme Championship Wrestling experiment, got taken out the back and shot behind the shed. Yeah. Look, I like when Punk had the belt. Like, he eventually got it, I think, the next year after that. But when it was like Christian and Ezekiel Jackson and William Regal like fighting over the belt, you're like, just take old Yeller out the back and load the rifle and off we go. So, here we are, guys, for the final episode. And do you want me to announce it, Al, what we're actually doing? Go for it.
All right, so we thought, what could we do? You know, do we do Triple X versus America's Most Wanted in the ladder match, in the cage match from TNA? Do we do when Chris Jericho, became undisputed champion in 2001? And I thought, no, let's go even further back. And I found a show when I was doing some Googling, and it's the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Christmas Chaos 1995. Even though it happened in 1994, it came out in 1995. This is actually on a streaming service that we have in Australia called Binge, which is where all the WWE Network is now. There's still a shitload that they don't have on that app. They don't have all the events. It's mainly just the recurring weekly show. So we're going to be watching this. It's very short. It's not like a 2-hour 40, 1 hour 40. It's a 40-minute Christmas show. Mm-hmm. And we're excited to watch this. The funny thing is, we've actually both never seen it. We briefly spoke about the card together, and Alan saw some pretty interesting names. And are you ready for this one, Al?
I am indeed. I'm very intrigued with how the show's going to go. We are going back to 1994, 1995, guys. So we're going way back in our time machines here. Yes, I would imagine if you do have Peacock, this is to our brothers and sisters over there in the States and Canada and all over though. If you have the Peacock and you're able to watch this is episode, season 1995, episode 1, Smoky Mountain Wrestling Christmas Chaos. So you type that into your little search bar. If you guys might be able to watch it with us while you're coming back and listening as the audio. But yeah, are we ready to go? Do we want to start?
Before we move any further, guys, we want to give a shout out to Two Grit Wrestling Podcast. Check these guys out.
The Mark Order Podcast is the only show you need if you're looking for dedicated coverage of everything AEW on the Shining Wizards Network. Join us live on YouTube every Wednesday night at 10:15 p.m. Eastern after Dynamite to chat along with the show. If you can't join us live, listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on all social channels at Mark Order Pod and use the hashtag #JoinTheMarkOrder, because if you don't find us,
we will find you.
Main Event Marks is a retro pro wrestling podcast hosted by two lifelong wrestling marks and walking wrestling encyclopedias, Troy and Greg. Every Wednesday, we do a breakdown and review from a fan's perspective on some of wrestling's biggest and most forgotten shows ever, along with the industry news from that time period, taking you back in history to when that event took place. Main Event Marks is available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Follow us on social media at @main-event_marks.
Alright guys, we are back. Have you loaded up Peacock or Binge if you're in Australia? And we're ready to hit play. Once again, this is the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Christmas Chaos 1994/1995. Alan, could you give us our countdown?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, get your hot little hands on that play button with us right now. And let's watch some Smoky Mountain Wrestling in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Alpha.
Fighting it down the bottom of the city, out near those buildings.
Are you okay?
And then it actually sounds like Street Fighter.
Do
you love that VHS flicker at the very top?
Hell yes.
Well?
This takes me
Yeah.
back. Hold that championship up. Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Les,
look at this
Jim,
one here.
and Buddy Landell.
Mm.
Don't woo me. Don't boo me. Woo me.
So he really is doing Ric Flair, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. And we got
He's really
Jim
doing Flair. Look at that.
Yeah,
That is
he
crazy.
is he's the poor man's Ric Flair, sadly.
Yeah.
I love to see him do woo wings and talk about his energy drink made from mushrooms. And we have Jim Ross here before the Bell's palsy as well too, and the stroke.
Well, he would also be WWE at this time because he was announcing then. Like he was actually there in 1994-95, so it must have been like sharing content, sharing talent. So, yeah, interesting.
Here we got Buddy Landau just spitting out some snot from the nose. Oh, someone's throwing popcorn at him. I love it.
He literally looks like Flair, even with the red boots too.
You
All
need
he
to
needs is
stop
the knee
throwing
pads.
popcorn at me, please. We got the dirty white boy right there.
We're talking about fans throwing things. What's any memories of fans throwing things at shows that you've watched before, either live or on TV?
Do we want to talk about way back in the day when we went to that PCW show as kids?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Tell them about it, El.
Okay, I've never been so scared in my life. And it was the day that Dad decided to take us to know. He just said, if you're going to go to wrestling, you go by yourselves. I'm never going with you guys ever again. We saw a legit street fight in the ring. And there was a couple of guys yelling at each other. This is like real backyard wrestling style we were watching. And next minute, the wrestler in person that was yelling at the person in the crowd is bleeding. Because again, it's a street fight. There's blood. Takes the blood off his face and then throws it at the gentleman in the crowd. Mm-hmm. And we're looking at that going, what the oh my God. And Dad looked at us both and went, we're going. We're like, no, we're going to miss the main event. Get in the car. So he got us in the car and we left. We all left and it was just like, holy shit.
Whipping blood at the fans.
Whipping
I remember
blood.
that.
Yeah, and this is like early, we're talking like, God, early 2000? We were both like youngsters.
I was going to
then.
say probably 2001, 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
DDT by the white boy.
It was actually in the paper the next week because they said that the poster was saying it's family-friendly wrestling in quotations. But that match was absolutely not. It was like tacks and barbed wire and blood and chairs and tables. And just to see that, the guy go like that, like flick it at the fan. And you see it hitting people, like spraying little droplets and all that.
Because there was a dude that was there.
Yeah.
And there was a kid next to him as well that got sprayed as well. To the white boy. It's got a chain.
Well, referee rings the bell.
What do you think you mean?
Look at the ref.
This
Mate, you
referee,
punched him. No, I didn't.
I think I've seen this referee in some ECW shows way back. Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy Landau, what are you doing?
He's not selling the finish, or what's
Oh, love it.
double right hand?
Yeah, it looks like he...
And it's funny, like, how often this happened with, like, people trying to be other people's gimmicks. Like, imagine it happening today if someone literally tries to duplicate that person right now. Yeah. Like, there's one wrestler at the moment that every time I see it, I turn it off. And I know a lot of people in the world love him, and I just don't see it, and it's LA Knight.
Yeah, I was about to say, you hate on.
Yeah. Whenever he comes on,
You're
I'm
sad.
like, I'm out, man. I'm not doing it. It's The Rock and Stone Cold. You're giving him that Stone Cold entrance and pop, and I'm not listening to it. I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Don't. Don't do that shit.
It's the best.
Fuck. It's terrible.
Yeah, the best.
No. Eli Drake was cool in TNA, LA Knight. It's more like LA Nope. Yeah.
That's why you don't write for WWE, you write for TNA.
And they're back too. Yes.
Actually, no. TNA is actually doing quite well. You can maybe they could sign you up for AEW.
Hey.
Here's
with
the
their
board.
sellout Ring of Honor crowd. So
Yeah, they're sellout, all right.
yeah.
That's embarrassing. The dirty white boy, the world champion.
Look at that braid he's got too. That ponytail and a braid.
Can you do the braid?
I probably could. Yeah.
Ooh, the king.
The forbidden door's been opened.
Oh, it has. This is 1995 Forbidden Door.
And it really was like that partnership that they did have. Like they would send wrestlers down, like Kane and Taker would go and do shows every so often in Smoky Mountain.
Oh.
What the hell?
It's
probably Bruce.
lawyer. Yes. Lawyer always pushing the envelope, trying to make things personal. You know, he's done it with Jake the Snake back in the day. He did it with Dustin Rhodes, even calling him the F word way back in the day too.
I'd love to do some King and ECW. That was an interesting time. That was 95. I think it was Heatwave. No, not Heatwave. Hardcore Heaven. I think he took on Tommy Dreamer in that matchup there, which Cornette came out too.
Yeah. Everything, I love it when
that's the one where he ruptured his he ruptured his testicle, didn't he?
Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, the racket to the dick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about it. We've seen it, and that's another previous episode way back in the day was the Beyond the Mat.
Yeah, watch-along film companions.
And hopefully in the future too, because we're getting the Iron Claw movie coming down here in Australia, not in December, but we're getting it next year down here. I believe it's the 22nd. And
okay.
I am making an effort to go and see that, and I was about to say we should make an effort together to go and see that movie and then watch it, and then be depressed and watch it, and then come home and be depressed again, and then we can talk about it and be depressed and make everyone else depressed. Hello.
Yeah. It's like, is it going to have a happy ending at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
If you know your Von Erich history.
Interesting story. Yeah. King.
Oh,
he was a
King
good wrestler. Like, I didn't watch a lot of his stuff, but like from what I could read and what I've seen, like he was very good. AWA, Memphis. I just never watched a lot of it.
Well, the King that we were first introduced way back in 97 and 98 was the commentator, the man who we talked about. You know, oh my God, JR, their puppies are out.
And even then, like when we started watching in 98, he wasn't wrestling a lot then.
Exactly.
It was just commentary. Like we didn't see him in the ring until 2000, taking on Taz and
Raven.
That feud. That was the first time I really remember King wrestling was against Taz. Because we didn't, again, I wasn't watching 80s, 90s, early 90s King, taking on Doink the Clown and Bret Hart and the Kiss My Foot. Mm-hmm. I discovered all that later.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's right, King was a wrestler and took on Bret Hart in the new generation and stuff like that. So it's a nice looking belt. I like the belt.
It's got a big crown in the middle. Yep.
Well, there's a question while we're watching this promo. What's your favourite championship belt? Favourite look of a belt?
Of all time?
Yeah, all time.
You're probably going to piss you off. It's probably going to be the 24/7 title. I like the green. I like the green and gold.
Come on, Al. No, seriously, come on.
What?
You really like that belt?
No.
With a friggin' italic bold LL narrow 24/7 font.
This is me without my shirt on.
Good lord. I don't need nobody. Look at him.
I don't need no man.
Jeez, he's jacked up.
Huh.
That'll be you by the pool if it's hot on Christmas Day, so...
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the beard right down and get the handlebar thing going on.
God, look at him.
He's a jacked up.
Like Otis.
Bruiser Bretlam. Look at this big... And we're in a different arena now because if you could, last time we saw the arena we're at, people in the back were going through the concession stand getting a hot dog.
Oh, look at this guy coming out.
Hey, it's our boy. It's Cactus.
Cactus Jack, eh? Look at that big empty part of the audience. Just did you see that on the stands? There was just no one, like a basketball stadium.
It's like watching an AEW show from the
How
what?
dare you?
What?
How dare you?
Tell me I'm
Not
wrong.
AEW, Ring of Honor.
AEW from the hard cam, dickhead. You know I'm right. Huh?
Well, they do well disguising it. It's those friggin' fans inside that go like that with their phone, giving you the
Everyone-
whole view. Don't do that. Just focus on here.
Get together. Get all those people in the back. Bring them down. Tony, he's just like screaming.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw some like recent data too about their numbers and how it is dropping, which is sad when I think of what Punk returning and just like people have lost it in Collision. Rampage's going down as well.
Yep.
Omega's hurt, so he's another talent that's injured and gone. So it's like, okay.
Yeah,
Daniel Bryan keeps getting hurt and keeps wrestling, but
yeah, it's dangerous. What they're doing over there is dangerous. It's like Tony Khan when he's got two wrestling figures. Oh, you're not meant to break? Oh, put back together with sticky tape. Oh, I broke it. Sorry. Want some money?
and just buy another toy, bring another toy,
Yeah,
in,
bring a
and
new
another
one in.
toy, and then another crossover, Forbidden Door, all the wrestlers. So.
Yeah, if I get all my wrestling figures together, do. Oh, it's not a Royal Rumble. It's a Battle Royal.
Yeah,
and we all get them in
Casino
the ring.
Battle Royal. Yeah.
With the ring from Sonic.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of those connections now to Herb Abrams and the UWF now?
So much.
Yeah.
But again, we're living in a time where people like variety. There's variety in different shows. There's variety in different foods. You know, it's not always the same shit. You know, we're getting a bit of difference. It's just more fun to make fun of.
One day they'll come to Australia, guys. Don't go for the mega arenas. Stick to maybe what do we got? Don't go Marvel Stadium. Don't go Etihad. Don't go Amy Park. Maybe go Marquardt Arena or Bayswater Community Centre or something like that.
That would be great too if they could do that.
Yeah.
If they did the small shit bit, but now because Tony's had that taste, I know we should be watching this match here with Cactus, but I'm just wanting to get on this tirade. Just do those small little shows like New Japan did that. New Japan did in a community center. It was so great. But you know now Tony's got that taste of we've been to Wembley. Why not go to the G? Why not to go to the Sydney cricket ground? You know, he just you know again. I don't think we're going to see AEW in this calendar year, next year, this year, whatever, whatsoever. I mean, we've only got a few more days left of 2023. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if one day he decides to come down here. But yeah, he's had that taste of Wembley, and now he just is like, I need more. I need more.
Yeah. I'll send him a DM. We'll have a chat together. So
Still chair.
Oh,
Still
shit.
chair.
Oh, look out. Jesus. Oh, shit. What the...
Bedlam's got some... Sorry?
What's that on the back of his head?
That's his hair. That was what I wanted to say. That's Bedlam's. It's got...
Like a rat tail.
That's one way of putting it, yes.
Is this a street fight? Like the ref's not doing anything.
Again, it's just... Are you going to tell these two not to have it to... Huh?
Stop. Come here. Both of you. Come here. Come here.
Yeah,
No
smack
more weapons.
This is the same referee that we saw before in the
the
previous
buddy
match.
matchup,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bailey Landell and the Dirty White Boy.
See, that's what they need to bring back to wrestling, is referees wearing suspenders.
Yeah, they'll do it on AEW. They'll find a way.
Just adjusting their suspenders while they're in the ring there.
They'll get Audrey to do it.
Back elbow.
1, 2.
And that's the thing, like, we'd got none of this in Australia. Like, Smoky Mountain wasn't on any streaming service I remember in the 90s. It was just, WWF Superstars and reruns of Raw we would get. Like, we wouldn't get Smoky Mountain or any of those, like, OVW independent, Deep South Wrestling and those things like that. We would
see this type of stuff in the Powerslam magazines.
Yeah.
Which is gone of the day of the magazines. I really... Having that, it's like, again, I'm a person that still will get the paper almost every day or every couple of days just to read the newspaper. I know it's full of bullshit, but I enjoy reading. It's a favourite thing to do. I get it for the sports section. It's fun like that too. But, it's a live sounds match. That's what it is. Oh! I think the ref might have seen
Brass
that.
Knucks then, was it?
Yes, it was.
That's Brian Lee. That's what 911 is, isn't it?
Yes.
No, that was Brian Lee from Disciples of Apocalypse. Yeah. Wasn't he in The Nation as well? Wasn't he Brian Lee?
Yes, it was.
Or is
Crush.
is that Crush? Yeah, Crush. Yeah,
Crush. Yep.
Hold on. JR says he wins this match by DQ, but there were 2 chair shots with no DQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chip Kessler. It's Chip Kessler.
There's big eyes, El.
Read really quickly and say it now. Cornette's got a gun to him right there.
This is Tony. This is was it Tony Khan right here, with no blinking? Look at that.
All you need to.
And then struggle with drinking water. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the funniest shit on the planet.
He hasn't blinked yet. Look.
There he is.
There's one blink in 10 seconds in.
Yeah, Cornette's like, hurry up with this, motherfucker! I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh.
And now they show us, because originally this was also filmed over a number of days as well. So Christmas Chaos, I think, was a 4-day event. They did it from the 22nd, I think, right up to Boxing Day. Yeah.
Same referee as we saw in both previous matches. Oh, Tracy Smothers
But they're
down.
in a different stadium, though. Yeah.
Well, this is from the previous match that the match just before, the same arena.
Well, I think they went across different areas in Knoxville, though. Like in Tennessee, they went to different parts of the city and hosted these events with different matches and stuff like that. Is he biting him?
He's holding him down.
Ah.
Smothers saves him. Splat.
Oh.
Bradley, you dummy.
And he steals it.
Smothers
Did
with
he throw the bin on top of him?
Love it.
Yeah.
Tracy Smothers, future FBI member.
Interesting, too. This is also pre-Mankind. This is like a few months before Mankind, because Mankind came in 1996. Yeah, because he was signed to WWE. Yeah, so I'm trying to think when he debuted. I think it was like not long into 1996. Yeah, because I think he went straight after Taker. I think in his debut, and they had their like Mind Games match up, their casket and stuff. Yeah, Baller Room Brawl. Yeah.
Yep. It's so dark. It's like watching an NXT show. Early days of NXT.
Like, it's literally taking the crowd away, so you're just focusing on the... Oh, look at... There's the lights.
Wow. Wow, that's a huge...
That's packed.
That's a packed house.
Bruiser's looking like... what's his name? Fryer. What's his name in WWE?
Fryer Ferguson.
Fryer Ferguson.
Yes. Sebastian Booger.
Yeah.
All guys I wanted to be dressed up during Halloween. Just had to put a big white diaper on.
What was the other guy in WCW? Norman the Lunatic.
Norman the Lunatic,
yeah.
Yeah. Candino here. This is another show that we've had him on the TNA show, but sadly was the show that in that cage match, his last match before the blood clot. But I don't think we've had him in any other show, really.
No, I do not think so. Maybe in your house when we did some of them in '95, like the Body Donners, but I don't think. I think it was maybe just that one match.
Oh,
big
don't
right
abuse him. The crowd absolutely loves. Oh, he's got the chain. Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was nunchucks.
What, just Michelangelo style?
Can you a Pearl Harbor attack? That's a thing you don't hear very often these days.
No.
Oh, there's
Is that
Tammy.
a belt he's choking him with? Is it a belt?
No, it's a chain. It's like a.
Oh.
What's he doing?
He's trying to grab something from a bag.
there's
Is
something
that
in
Tammy
there.
there too, is it?
Yeah, that's Tammy Snitch.
I was going to say a joke then, but I won't.
Oh, they took his cat.
What?
She took his cat. What a bitch.
This is what we need in wrestling, guys. It's more cats, all right?
Yeah.
Right.
You took my cat. Now I take your life. Welcome back to
CM Punk and
AEW.
Seth Rollins. You know, at WrestleMania, gonna take your cat. What? He goes into the house, he goes, Becky, give me the cat, and he steals the cat from Becky and the family. He takes it to a bridge, and Seth's like, I'll give you the match at Mania for the World Heavyweight title if you don't hurt my cat. 5-star rating matchup too, so...
Yeah, 5 stars right there in there.
Forget Punk winning the Royal Rumble, go the cat view. Go take the cat, do the cat story.
You took my cat!
Oh my god. It's like we're having Pepper all over again.
I hate that storyline so much. Because I'm a huge... Again, you're a dog lover, I'm a dog lover. And there's nothing worse than hearing about a dog getting eaten.
But how they would have worked it out, it's like, okay, we have this program we're going to do with you, Snow and Bossman, for a couple of months. In the end, eventually you're going to eat the dog. All right? We're going to have a kennel from hell, and then eventually you will eat that dog. Like, I want to see them selling it to him in the meeting, sitting down to Ed Ferrara, sitting down with him and going, "This is Brian Gewirtz. This is what we're going to do with your characters, okay?"
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, Tom, we're going to see an animal die here.
Is it in the bag? Oh my god.
We should have really proofed this show and watched it before we started doing.
So, yeah. Right.
I've seen Damien get smashed by Earthquake for Jake the Snake. Now the Chris Candido just killed a cat.
Yeah. Move over Katie Vick episode. I think this is worse, El. Yeah.
Oh, in the darkness now.
You should just do the...
Oh,
no!
God. Oh, God.
He shouts out, no!
He just killed the referee. Boo Bradley.
Yeah,
bro.
Maybe we should have done some pre-reading, or maybe hey, when we get to the 20-minute mark, there's an animal death, just so people know leading up to it.
What in the blue fuck is this?
It's Jason. It's Tyson Kincaid. It could be the Xeno one. I don't know. Oh no, it looks like Mighty Morphin. So it's Jason.
Mighty Morphin. It's the one that got his later on in his life did some gay porn, didn't he? Yeah.
Good times.
Who is that? Cactus help him.
Cactus
help him.
It's okay. I'll get you another one. It's Christmas soon.
Little Boots. Poor little Boots.
If you ever have a chat to Foley, ask him about this, El, please.
Yeah, I will. One day. Yeah. That's another podcast I love listening to.
Is it Cactus? I can't really see it, though. Is it Cactus?
That's Cactus. Of course it's Cactus. Of course he's going to come out.
His hair looks all different. Yeah.
It's Cactus Jack. Of course the man's going to come out. The man from... Yeah. I love it if they lift the bag up and just like part of a cat falls out.
Even the collar just falls down.
He's so chunky.
Look at that. Look at that hair. It's like a mohawk, but it's shaved though on the sides. Look at that.
It's
Military to the front, mohawk to the side. I have no memory of this ever happening with a cat thing, with an animal thing. So
yeah, same. It's great when you guys are watching this with us.
That's what they should do. CM Punk gets the cat, Seth's cat, and does the I'll do the GTS to it, and then GTS to the bag, and it's like, oh my god, it's
GTS to the bag.
Yeah.
What type of cat is it? Like an enormous fucking lion or something?
A tiger, just this dog.
It's a fucking tiger.
He borrowed one from Scott Steiner as he's walking down the road.
Oh, here we go. R.I.P. Boots.
Oh my god. And the S is backwards there.
Well, it's meant to look a little bit straight, different, obscure.
Look at this. The funny thing is, I read a review about this show a couple of weeks ago in getting some notes for it, and this wasn't even mentioned in those notes. They skipped it.
With good reason, I would understand.
Oh my god.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it was going back to what we saw was with Tammy Snitch right there. Girl looks like a very different girl from today. So probably how long is she in prison for? Another 20 years?
I think so.
Should get her on the show one day, hey?
No, I don't want her on the show.
I want her on the show. Sweet.
So back with the cat angle, and you ask her about it, and Boots the cat.
Can you send me some cigarettes, please? I'm not doing too well in here. Please, baby, come on, I'll do anything for you. And I've got an OnlyFans thing going on in here in prison. Just send me some cigarettes, I'll be fine. I once fucked Shawn Michaels. I did. I put lipsticks all over me while he did me from behind in the toilet. It was fantastic. Sorry, you were saying?
You sound like Patty and Selma.
Exactly. That's who she's become. Yeah. That's how she's become, Patty and Selma.
Or you sound like Lurleen Lumpkin. I spent last night in the ditch. Oh, shit. Look, it's Tony Khan again. Look at Chip. No blinking. That is crazy. Look at that.
This is fantastic. Good name. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now, this is, I don't know, this is the recapping the first matchup?
Yeah.
Or it's the whole match here, which is the Gangstars against Rock and Roll.
Talk about two teams right here. Mustafa and New Jack versus Ricky and Robbie.
This. And you got, Cornette down the bottom there with a Rockers Express texter on the shirt.
And showing off that dumpy, yo. In them tracky pants.
Track pants. Grey sweats.
Look at him. Look at that dumpy. Goddamn.
And he said that too, like when he was working for WWE, he was just so overweight. Like he was eating fast food all the time and just stacking all the weight on.
Yeah. Hey.
Turn around, ref.
Referee's really getting into that meat sandwich over there with the Mustafa. He's like, I love dark chocolate. Oh, goddamn.
Back with the racket. Got the padding on the racket.
1, 2. Count of 3. Oh my god, look at them. All the white people are happy. All the white people.
And I love that episode, man. That Dark Side of the Ring New Jack one, I love it. Like, rest in peace to him. He did some pretty bad shit outside of the ring, but he got over though. And he made it real. Like hanging a baby doll and stuff in the ring and saying, OJ Simpson, good work, brother, another one away. You're like, oh my god, what is this?
Yeah. God damn, checking my dumpy in my ass. Just look at it. Get away, little ginger kid. I'll kick the shit out of you.
And he's got the shirt tucked in too.
These are my mamas. Mama Cornette. Let me borrow her pants. God damn. I like
Jim Cornette to come in now.
I like New Jack's shirt. He's got Tupac Shakur on there. Very cool.
That's nice. Yeah. And that's the thing about Mustafa. I remember he had no involvement in that episode.
Wait a
too,
minute,
didn't he?
son of a bitch! Sinclair must have got to him.
Heel turn, do it.
Bonk.
Oh,
It's weird
he
seeing.
found his Christmas spirit and turned good.
Now he's gonna. Now he's gonna get the shit beat out of him
Yeah,
by
Here
a
we
couple
go.
of black brothers.
Get the scalpel and start mass transit. Here we go.
Oh god! Now we're gonna beat the shit out of these white boys. And now,
Yeah, what I was saying briefly too before all this stuff starts to go down was, Mustafa wasn't featured in that New Jack episode at all. He wasn't even interviewed or talked about it, and he's still alive.
I believe that he is sort of that's a different life now. That was all.
Okay.
That's all history,
Yep.
and now he's moved on with life. So, yeah. Oh, go on! Let's go. Oh, he's got color.
Oh shit, he is too. Look
Oh
at that.
god! Oh my god!
Is that D'Lo Brown out there?
That is D'Lo Brown. Yes.
Mm.
And he just took his leg out.
She's whipping him.
Somebody stop the damn match. That man's
that's
got a
why
mother.
That's why he's wearing a white shirt to sell the
Yeah.
blood.
Mm-hmm. Smart thinking.
I'm surprised fans aren't
There's-
trying to get in there.
Yeah, there's one black brother right here over here in the corner, while the rest of them, all white folks.
Yeah.
There's one bloke in near the corner over there, and he was like, "I don't think I should be cheering this on."
Gibson's out. Morton's
It's-
out. He's by himself now.
Oh, who's coming? Cactus and the dirty white boy coming to the save.
He's got a racket as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's weird
Right.
seeing Cornette working with Ricky and Robert because they were mortal enemies from the Midnight Express.
I do know there was that screenshot I think I sent you about this a few weeks ago showing him backstage and he's pissing blood
yeah, I
everywhere.
forgot.
He's like
Totally.
a crimson mask. Yeah.
Look at this dude.
Look at
What's
him.
up, Nat? He's going up to that Nana. She's probably calling him the N-word as well too. God damn.
Such a dark time. It's like that. I remember that video that someone shot showing someone saying something racial to Sami Zayn. Have you seen
I was
that
about
one?
to say, yeah, that's.
And he goes off on that fan in the front row, and he's telling the ref and security, like, "Get this guy out of here!" And he's full on swearing at him. It was like, "Holy crap, this is real."
It was some really derogatory stuff towards Sammy's religion, and then he also the dude actually started using the F word.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, a collection of branches. That's the word I'm using, and not the word fuck. He actually used the other dirty word, the other dirty F word that I don't like using.
It's when people just take it too far, where it's like it goes between being love-hate to then taking it past hate and going personal. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, we don't need to do that. It's like the UFC last weekend, just before the weigh-in. One of the opponents brought up that Colby talked about Leon's dad dying, and it's like, you'll go see your dad in hell soon. You're like, what the hell is this? Like, even Dana White's like, I don't like that stuff, but it's sold though. Like, it put the numbers up because of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that online and going, God damn, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But again,
Well,
he gets
said
clicks.
Dana said they actually saw like a 27% order boost after that press conference.
that.
Like people tuned in to buy the pay-per-view because of that. So sometimes controversy does create cash and
Yes,
the
it does.
clicks. That's what Conor McGregor was like when he was there as well. So,
Oh,
here we
where
go.
is
Come
where
on,
is
Chip.
Corny?
Where is he, Chip?
Chip?
Oh, here he is. Look at this.
God damn!
Look at that.
Hey,
Here he is.
Okay,
Look at
guys,
that
we
cow-
have.
Look at that cow gel.
I think Mum and Dad had one of those couches back in 1995 in the old house. So, guys, we are at the last 5 minutes of the show, and the last 5 minutes of the show is a Jim Cornette promo. So, that's our wrestling done for tonight. Corny will speak to us and give us some Christmas holiday spirit for the remainder of the show.
What was the thing he used to do on WWF when he would chat for a few minutes? It was like, in my opinion, or something like that. It was like Jim Cornette's 60 seconds or like 2 minutes. I actually had a name for it.
Oh, I hate
Quickly
that I can't
Google it while
remember.
you're there. See, can you Google it while you're watching this? Maybe try and see. I want to know what that was called. It was like he would talk about Piper and Hogan and
He would talk
Hitman
to
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
because he would talk to like Dave Meltzer and the people that who
Yeah.
the Wrestling Observer people that would spill lies and shit like that. Jimmy,
It was like, and it's what, and that's just my opinion or something like that. He used
Yeah.
to always finish it with the name of the show, but it was some quick little snippet. And they were really good, like really honest takes as a fan looking at the product, what things he didn't actually like about it at the time.
it was like what he's doing now with his podcast with Brian Lass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Cornette.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember it never popped up, I don't think, with writing, but
I
I remember
hate that
it
I
did have
can't
a name.
remember it.
It was a segment that used to happen during Raws.
Yeah, I think it's just Jim Cornette shoots. That's what it's. I think it
Yeah,
was
we'll try
called.
and find it.
Yeah.
look
I'm
it
Jim
up, go to
Cornette.
Christmas
Hang
tree.
on. Yeah, I'm Jim Cornette, and that's my opinion.
That's it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Do you want to know a funny thing really quickly before this finishes?
Sure.
So yeah, the Christmas tree in the back there. We got our Christmas tree a couple of weeks ago, guys. And the funny
Yes.
thing is, we went to a Christmas tree farm that they have locally, and we walked around for about 10 minutes trying to find the family tree, and we found one. Fella comes up, he does all the sawing, says, "We'll cut it for you. We'll put it onto the trailer. Go up to the garage. I'll meet you there, and you can pay." Awesome. So he cuts it down. He lifts it up and goes, "Oh, wait, you booked this, didn't you?" And I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, this lot where we're standing are pre-booked trees. Are you Mr. Cameron?" At the top of the tree was a note that someone ordered it weeks earlier to pick up at Christmas time. And I said, "No, I thought we could just choose anything." He said, No, the ones with the tags, mate, are for pre-orders. Like someone's come in, found that tree, paid for it, and we're trying to find a time to come out." He goes, "Shit, I can't put the tree back on." And I'm like, "Oh." He goes, "And you also can't take it." And he's a young fella. He's like probably 19. He calls his boss over and goes, "Oh, I've cut the tree down." He goes, "Well, you're going to have to call that customer and told them you accidentally cut it down, and they've got to come and get it because in a few days it'll be dead."
It would die.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, "That's all good. I'll just go get another one." But I'm like, "Holy shit, that's and it was a great looking tree." And I'm like, "That's why the person booked it because it looked good." But I'm like, "What's this?" I didn't even see the note. I'm Mr. Cameron. No, I'm not.
Should have said yes.
You should have just said you're Cameron.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take it.
I would have gone with what your missus said right there. Go on.
Oh.
I am Cameron. Yes.
But imagine
Have
when the
some
guy
ID.
rocked up if it was there. Where's my tree? It was right there. Well, where is it? Do you want this one?
We have. Mary,
Oh,
you might have got that kid fired. God
possibly.
Damn. God
He
damn.
he went bright red, and he goes, "You're Cameron, aren't you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm Harrison." And he goes, "I'll be back in 1 second," and then calls the boss over. And the boss is like, you could already tell he's sweating. He's been cutting trees all day, and then this shit. And
What
he's
do you
like,
fucking mean?
"Oh,
What do you fucking
Jesus,
mean?
mate."
Sweet baby fucking Jesus. What the fuck are you doing?
And I'm holding it like, do I keep...
Walk
I'll
away.
give it back
Walk
then.
away.
And Mel goes, "You should have just took it." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't want to. I felt bad." So, yeah.
God
Oh,
damn.
shit.
That's fucking fantastic. Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic podcast.
Well, we dropped a fantastic, guys. So we haven't done one in a while, so...
This episode's been bloody fantastic. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you what.
Well, you know what? I'll give the episode a name. Because I'm having eggnog, right? Eggnog here, guys, and it's going down quite well. Yep. And there's been many elbow drops tonight. Yep. We're going to call the episode Eggnogs and Elbow drops for the Christmas season. Yeah, I reckon we go with that one.
I'm enjoying those. To be an old connoisseur of old school wrestling, I've been enjoying those little hashtags, little tags in our show.
I've got a couple ready too for next year if we cover certain events as well. I think we can cover. I've got a few names I could put up as well.
Good.
Oh, this is it.
There we go.
Do you want to summarize his promo, if you could, really quickly for us?
Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Jimmy!
Oh, shit. And there we go. Right, any views on that one, Al, before we do a final shout-out for this EP?
Well, but just before Cornette said goodnight to us, he is planning to bring back the Heavenly Bodies.
Oh, nice. Oh,
so we're going to see Dr. Pritchard to turn. And I believe that's at that time where he would team up with, because if you've seen the Dark Side of the Ring episode of Tammy and Chris Candido, I think that's when they started getting together and working together. And, he's not going out killing cats in bags. Poor little
became
boots.
a body donor and did workout videos.
That's right, the body donor.
Yeah.
I love this woman. She's everything to me, goddammit. I love you too, sweetheart. What a rush.
Right. Well, on that note, let's give a shout out to Two Great Wrestling Podcast. Check these guys out.
What's up, everybody? I am the hardest part of the ring, the host of the Apron Bump Podcast. And I know what you're thinking. Ugh, another wrestling podcast? How many times can I listen to fans beat up on WWE and AEW? Tell me who needs a push, who doesn't need a push, who brings Vince's coffee these days? Enough! I'm just as sick of it as you are, and that's why I created the Apron Bump. The Apron Bump is about the journey. It's about nostalgia. It's about discovering new forms of wrestling to really tickle your pickle as a wrestling fan. It's about making wrestling fun again. The podcast brings you reviews of wrestling events all over the world, tying together over 6 different promotions spanning 4 different decades. And everything is chronologically in a timeline to really allow myself and all you listeners to live through these eras while having a good time doing it. Whether it's WWF, WWE, WCW, ECW. We even cover the golden eras of Ring of Honor, Progress, TNA, and more promotions in the future as well. New episodes every Wednesday, or as some may say, Bump Day. Yeah? Go to apronbump.com or go to your favorite podcast platform or YouTube and subscribe today for the most diverse, fan-friendly wrestling podcast in the world. I'm Hard.
What's up, everybody? I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, the host of the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. Yes, you heard that right. And I'm here to tell you about the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin' Raw podcast. Me and my co-host, Vince Delgado, and Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe of the She Leads Showcase do a weekly recap where we cover Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, and Rampage. We are on Pornhub, YouTube, and every audio platform you could think of, and we are spitting what we don't like and swallowing what we do every week. We've also got guests from some of your favorite podcasts, so if you want to have fun, take your pants off, put in your headphones, pull up to your favorite listening or viewing device, relax, and just have a good time. Catch up on the week in wrestling in our own unique way. Come check us out. You guys can find me at Matt Ritter, that is at MATTRIDDER, on Twitter only. There you will get Linktree/Smackin' Raw. That'll get you all of the audio platforms as well as Pornhub. You guys can also check out Linktree/Creation World, and that will get you the YouTube, the merchandise, and the Pornhub, as well as other great podcasts from Creation World, which is the banner under which the Smackin' Raw podcast exists. If you want to get everything in one shot, go to creationworld.com. There you'll find Super Flash Hero of Tomorrow if you're a fan of DC CW superhero stuff. If you want to check out the Smackin' Raw podcast, if you want to check out our other show, Return to Wrestling, where me and my co-host Travis go back in time and he forces me to sit down and watch old WCW Nitros and pay-per-views, and I have to suffer through Hulk Hogan repeatedly. If that sounds like something that you think is fun, come check that out as well. We also have a YouTube-only show hosted by Vince called Spitter Swallow that you can find on our YouTube. We've got so much content for you. Dungeons After Dark as well. That episode 2 is coming. It is our most viewed episode on Pornhub. So if any of this sounds appealing to you, I can't wait to have you guys come follow us, listen to us, and interact with all of you. Like I said, take your pants off, pull up, get comfortable, and let's have a good time.
Well, guys, you know what time it is. Alan's left the room, so I have to give a bit of a readout of our sponsors and affiliates. So Rogue Energy is a premium energy and focus supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. And if you check out rogueenergy.com and use our promo code 2702 at checkout, you will get 10% off products. Next one I want to talk about is Luxy. So Luxy can enhance your performance with their analog grips. These grips can be used on your PlayStation, your Xbox, and your Nintendo Switch. And if you visit Luxy.com and use the promo code BRO247, that's BRO247, you get a total of 15% off products. Up next is Triumph Chairs. So Triumph Chairs is a gaming chair company specializing in comfort and performance. Visit triumphchairs.com and use the promo code BRO247 on checkout to get 10% off products. Up next is Clinch Gaming. Clinch Gaming manufactures custom professional gaming controllers that you can use on your Xbox and your PlayStation, and use our promo code BRO247 on checkout to get 5% off products. Up next is Player One Coffee. So Player One Coffee develop coffee recipes custom tailored to gamers, creative, developers, and just about anyone who really enjoys a cup of coffee. And lucky last is victoriouseyewear.com. So Victorious Eyewear developed blue light blocking gaming glasses designed to eliminate digital eye strain and help you maintain comfortable and focused. Visiting victoriouseyewear.com and use the promo code BRO247 at checkout gets you 10% off. So again, shout out there to Victorious Eyewear, Player One Coffee, Clinch Gaming, Triumph Chairs, Luxy.com, and Rogue Energy. Alright guys, we are back and we have reached the final episode of the BroKast Podcast for 2023, and we're about 4 episodes deep into Season 8. Some great things will be coming in the new year. We will be kicking off 2024 with a TBK Vault, as we'll be putting up our second wrestling companion, as we'll be putting up the WWF Royal Rumble from the year 2000. We're going to put that whole Rumble match in, and then we will be coming back in live in person at the end of that month. Alan, in regards to how people can find you, how can they do it?
You can find me on the X. Yeah, that's Alan Ross 84 TBK. Right down here, you can see my little name right there. That's where you can find me on most of my socials. Also, I haven't been on Twitch. I've been really lazy lately, so I need to get back into it. But if I do jump back on there, it's TTV Roscoe Bosco 84. And yeah, that's mainly the 2 places where you can find me.
Awesome. Well, you can check us out collectively on Twitter or X as the BroKast. That's TheBrokast. Also check us out on Instagram, Castro, Castbox, Podbean, wherever you actually listen to podcasts, you will find the BroKast Podcast. You can also check us out on YouTube, which is where we put not only our TBK Vaults, also these shows, but also our gaming content, which we also stream over on Twitch. So simply the BroKast, TheBrokast. Alan, thank you for what has been a great year. It seems like they go by so fast. I think we just did the Elimination Chamber. It just feels like yesterday, but we've done so many episodes. Mm-hmm. We've made some other great relationships across the year. Mm-hmm. We've had a few things change across the year, and that's how life is. You just roll with it and you move forward. So shout out to everyone that has been a support to us, to our friends, to our family, to our community that have actually embraced us in the wrestling community, the Pod and Family community, and we just continue to grow and evolve over time. And I think the last comment is, as we say each and every episode, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or
Good night.